Hi, I'm Laura, here with Positive Force Movement. I'm here today, I'm going to talk a little bit about some stretching and mobility movement options that you can do for care of your shoulders and upper back. That's an area where a lot of people store some excess tension. Also, the thoracic spine tends to be a part of the spine that is a little bit harder for people to access some mobility in. So we're going to give the muscles that go throughout the upper part of the torso a little bit of TLC. This video is going to solely focus on ones that you can do while seated. You absolutely can do these while standing as well, but I'm going to demonstrate these seated. That's great for just anytime where you're at the desk, at the computer, if you just either don't have the spoons or energy to stand up. It's great to know that there are options available to you. As always, if any of these are contraindicated by a doctor, a physical therapist, or if any of them just don't feel good to your body, please trust that, prioritize that. These are just options that might work for you. What we're going to do to start is we're going to do some single shoulder shrugs. So you'll shrug one shoulder up, hold for several seconds, and on an exhale, release. You can alternate here. Shrug one shoulder up, hold a few seconds, release. And notice the differing sensations. Check in that your neck is staying relaxed. We'll do that one more time per side. Great. Then we're going to shrug both shoulders up. And again, on your exhalation, just let them go. One more, inhale up. Exhale and just let yourself melt. Now the next one we're going to do, we're going to reach one arm up and actively press the other down. Hold for a few seconds. Release. And again, this we're going to alternate sides. Reach one arm up. Press the other arm down. Reach for the sky and the ground. And release. One arm up. Reach the other down. And release. Notice the sensations along your rib cage, under your shoulder blade, along your side, through your arms, all the way out, through the tips of the fingers. You can go at your own pace once you get the feel for each of these movements. And release. Now check in with yourself. Wiggle it out. Notice what you're feeling. Notice at this point, does anything feel different than when you began? And just notice. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to bring one arm across our chest and kind of pull around. Now, depending on the size of your chest, you may be able to go kind of in more, and you might notice how that feels. You might have to kind of stay out a little bit more from your center of gravity. Approach it with curiosity. Find where you really notice the best feeling sensation through your arms, through your shoulders, through the side of your upper back of the arm that is going across, and release. Same thing with the other side. Notice what arm height works best for your shoulders, what distance from your center of gravity. Approach all of these with curiosity and attention. kind of release. And again, do these at your own pace. We're in no hurries here. Taking time to just check in with our bodies. You may notice a lot of asymmetry between left and right in some or all of these movements. That is not unusual. Most of us lead asymmetrical lives. So notice, you don't have to judge. You can do more, like some extra reps or some extra long holds on whichever side is tighter. As I say to a lot of my students, sometimes moving towards symmetry looks like training asymmetrically. And that's okay. Do one more across. Beautiful. Now what we're going to do is interlace our fingers. We're going to keep them shoulder height or lower. Going higher might put a little extra tension in our rotator cuffs that we don't want for this movement. We are going to do some overhead movements later through this video, but for right now we're keeping shoulder height or lower. We're just going to press our arms out. Don't let yourself slump forward. Think long spine, press out, hold for several seconds. Really try to imagine this stretching all the way to your spine and release. So all the way from mid-back and down this arm, all the way from mid-back, the middle line, and down on this arm. And release. Good. We'll do one more here. Nice. And now this next one, we will go overhead. If, again, I want to reaffirm, if you've ever had a doctor or physical therapist tell you that at this point in your movement practice that you should avoid overhead movements, just right now, spend this time that I spend demonstrating the overhead ones, going back and exploring any of the ones that we've already done that feel good. What we're going to do here is we're going to interlace our palms and press up and away. Picture yourself growing tall and release. Press away and release and press away and release. Now, if you have a resistance band, this is a great opportunity to use one. It is not necessary for this, but it can provide some great feedback for muscle engagement away from the midline. We're going to do a very similar move as what we just did with the overhead press. We're going to bring our arms overhead, again, applying some tension away from the midline, and then imagine the muscles under the shoulder blades pulling down. So press out, pull down. And at any point you can lower your arms, relax, shake it out. Hold a bit and release. And now we're going to go back to fingers interlaced and overhead, but now we're going to imagine growing long all along one side of the torso and bending away. So you aren't just kind of collapsing to the side, which particularly doesn't work for folks with large bellies, wonderful, happy bellies. We're kind of going up and over. And release. And then to the other side, and up and over. And release. Shake it out. Take a little time. Do that another time per side. Press up up and over. And release. And press up and over. And release. Take a little time, just kind of bend forward. Let your shoulders dangle like dead weight. You can have your feet further apart. Let your neck move a little bit naturally. Get some tension out before we go into the next movement here. What we're going to do next is go into big puffed chest, going into a lot of spinal extension, and then deep sunken chest, spinal flexion. Heart opening, heart protecting. Feel the stretch along the spine and in between the shoulder blades. And release. Wonderful. What we're going to do next is we're going to have our palms, we're going to have our arms cross our midline and palms touching each other. Going to bring them overhead and stretch up. You can add some side bends here if you want. And release. And again, if this isn't a movement that feels right for your body, go revisit any of the ones that we did before that felt good to you. Arms crossing the midline, palms touching each other. Stretch upward and hold. And release. We'll do that one more time. Arms crossing the midline, palms touching each other, and stretch upward. Good. We have only a couple more movements here. This next one, we're going to interlace our fingers and behind our head. We're going to imagine squeezing our shoulder blades together. Hold for a few seconds, and then relax and go into some neck flexion. So again, open, squeeze the shoulder blades together, hold a few seconds, really relax, and melt forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, exhale and relax, let the neck come forward. Beautiful. Now we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So that's going to be kind of arms on knees. You're going to picture tailbone up and head up and heart forward. And alternate that. Tuck the tailbone, allow that wave to ride up the spine until you have tailbone tucked and head down. Now again, press the tailbone away. Allow that wave to come up the spine. Open the heart. Tuck the tailbone. Notice the sensations along your spine. And release. And then we're just going to end with some breaths that get a little gentle movement through the shoulders. What we're going to do is, as we inhale, bring one arm up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, bring the other arm up. Exhale, bring it down. At your own pace, you can even close your eyes. Just inhale, one arm up. Exhale down, right down the midline. One more per side. Wonderful. Feel free to leave any comments or questions. And I will follow this up in the not too distant future with some movements that can be done that are ground-based and some movements that can be done standing. Thank you all so much.